Hey everyone, this is your stimulus check update, second stimulus check update, and third stimulus check update for Tuesday, January 12th. This video is for those of you on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and VA benefits, and anyone else wondering about the second or third stimulus check. In this video, I'm going to be going over the following topics. First of all, if you haven't received your first or second stimulus check, I'm going to talk about what you need to do and what you can do to find out more information and get your second stimulus check. After that, I'm going to be talking about the Get My Payment tool. I'm going to go over that quickly to give you some insights and maybe some tips on how to get the Get My Payment tool to work. And last of all, I'm going to be talking about the third stimulus check, what's being talked about, the chances we're going to get it, and when it will happen. I want to welcome back those subscribed members of my channel. Thank you once again for watching. And for those of you that are new here, my name is Justin. I do stimulus check updates, talk about your Social Security benefits, and teach you how to make money and save money. So if any of those topics interest you, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And if you find this content helpful, please hit the like button so that YouTube will share this video with others like you. So let's talk about the second stimulus check. This is the $600 stimulus check that started going out just a couple weeks ago. Most people have received their second stimulus check by now via direct deposit and probably some by paper check or EIP debit card. If you are eligible for the first stimulus check, you should be eligible for the second stimulus check. The only reason why you wouldn't be eligible for the second stimulus check if you got the first stimulus check is if your income changed from 2018 to 2019 and the first stimulus check went off your 2018 taxes. So if you were bumped over that income threshold in 2019 and you made more money and enough to put you over the threshold in 2019, then you may be missing out on your second stimulus check. But assuming that most of you are still under the income limit for the second stimulus check and you still haven't received it, these are some things that you can do. First off, obviously, you need to keep checking your bank account to make sure that it hasn't gone into your bank account yet. If you changed your bank account from the first stimulus check to the second stimulus, from the time you got the first stimulus check until now, and you got your first stimulus check via direct deposit, then the IRS is going to attempt to send your second stimulus check, and maybe already has, to your old bank account. The bank will then reject those funds and send it back to the IRS. Unlike the first stimulus check, the IRS is not going to do anything this time if they sent it to an incorrect bank account or an old bank account. This time the IRS is going to wait for you to file taxes. So even if you're on SSI, SSDI, or Social Security or receive VA benefits and are not normally required to file taxes, if you didn't get your second stimulus check, the deadline for is January 15th for the IRS to send out those stimulus checks, so a few days from now. If you didn't get your second stimulus check by that date or a few days after for the paper checks, then you will need to file taxes this year. So this is something for you guys. You need to let me know in the comment section. If you think it would be helpful for me to show you how to file taxes if you do not make any income, maybe you're on SSI, SSDI, or you're on Social Security and you're below those income limits that are shown in this table right now, then let me know in the comment section. If I get enough comments saying, hey, yes, please show us how to file taxes if we do not make any income, then I will go ahead and make a video showing you the basic steps for filing taxes if you do not make any income. Now, I'm not a tax professional, so you have to take my information with a grain of salt, but I'm going to do my best to show you. If you guys find that helpful, let me know in the comment section. If you got an EIP debit card the first time around, the IRS is not going to be reloading those EIP debit cards. They're actually going to be sending out new EIP debit cards. So continue to check your mail for a paper check or EIP debit card. Some people that got EIP debit cards the first time around will be receiving paper checks this time around. And the EIP debit cards come in an unmarked envelope, so make sure you're checking your mail carefully and not throwing out any unmarked envelopes before you check to see what's in it. So for those of you that are wanting to check the Get My Payment tool, here are a few tips for checking the Get My Payment tool. Now you can find the Get My Payment tool at this web address, www.irs.gov/coronavirus/get-my-payment. And then once you're on that page, it'll be an official IRS website. Click on the Get My Payment Get My Payment button. Once you click on that Get My Payment button, then you're going to be asked to make sure you only use this for government use. Go ahead and click OK. After you click OK, you're then going to be taken to the form that you need to fill out to get into the Get My Payment tool. And this is where I'm going to show you a couple tips to fill out that form. So you'll see a form much like you see on the screen right now. So enter in your social security number, do so without any dashes. Just your social security number, no dashes, nothing else, just the numbers themselves. After that, enter in your birth date exactly as it's formatted in the example, month with 2 digits, day with 2 digits, and year with 4 digits, just like it's shown in the example. So if you have January as your birthday, you need to do 01 and then slash and then 2 digits for the day. Even if it's a single digit like a 9, then you need to do 09 and then your birth year. When you enter your street address, make sure you are abbreviating your street address properly. For street, you would use ST. For drive, DR, and other abbreviations like that. You don't write out the full street or drive or avenue or something like that. You need to abbreviate those. And also make sure when you're using north, south, east, or west that you abbreviate those N, S, E, or W. Last, when you enter your zip code, make sure you're only doing a 5-digit zip code. Don't do the extended zip code that's 9 digits or so. If you enter information that does not match the IRS records or your address is formatted improperly, you're going to get an error message that looks like this. If you enter the incorrect information or the information that does not match IRS records multiple times, and I think it's after 3 or 4 times, then the IRS will lock you out of that page for 24 hours. So if you're locked out and you see an error message like this, then you need to try again tomorrow, about 24 hours later, and then you should be able to attempt to get in there again. So that's the information about the Get My Payment tool. If you have questions about the Get My Payment tool, let me know in the comment section, but that should give you all the information you need on the Get My Payment tool. So let's talk about this third stimulus check. So many people are talking about the third stimulus check. One is Joe Biden, who has talked about getting out $2,000 stimulus checks to the American people. Now, it isn't clear yet whether that $2,000 would be an additional $2,000 or would be $1,400. He did say that the $600 was a down payment for future stimulus, and if that means that it's $1,400 for the third stimulus check, then that would make the total of $2,000. So nobody has really clarified that, but it sounds like Joe Biden's going to come out with his coronavirus relief plan that he's coming up with over the next week or so. And so we should know more details when that actually comes out. But it will be either $2,000 or $1,400. Now, this is just speculation, but I am speculating that if they can get something passed, that I'm really hoping that it's going to include adult dependents this time. We've heard so many things about adult dependents previously about this $600 stimulus check, and then it changed, it seemed like, at the last minute where adult dependents were left out. I'm hopeful that adult dependents are going to be included this time because the House proposal to increase that amount from $600 to $2,000 did include adult dependents. So we'll see if that's what's going to happen. So last Friday, Joe Biden told reporters we need to provide more immediate relief for families and businesses now. People are really, really, really in desperate shape. So it sounds like he's really wanting to get something moving as soon as he's in office. So the earliest we can see the third stimulus check is sometime after January 20th. That's when Joe Biden takes office as the president. And the other thing with that is the 2 senators that were just in the runoff election that won in Georgia, they are not seated until January 22nd. So realistically, the very soonest we could see that third stimulus check of either $2,000 or $1,400 would be early in February. But that seems like it's still pretty quick. Okay, so one other note is while the Democrats do technically hold a majority in the Senate with Kamala Harris's extra vote to push them over, the number that the Republicans have, at this point they would need every single Democratic senator to vote for a stimulus package. This possibly becomes problematic as one of the Democrats, Joe Manchin, said last week that he is absolutely opposed to $2,000 stimulus checks. However, there is at least one Republican and possibly more that would vote for $2,000 stimulus checks. Josh Hawley is one that has been pushing for $2,000 stimulus checks all along. So if the Democrats don't get all of the Democrats to vote for a $2,000 stimulus check, whether it's a $1,400 to bring the total up to $2,000 or an actual $2,000 stimulus check, either way, the Democrats either have to all completely vote for that or get a few Republicans to make up the votes of any Democrats that decide they don't want to give the $2,000 stimulus checks. So that is the latest on the stimulus check news. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them in the comment section or in a future video. Thank you once again for watching. I do hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again soon.